Alright, ladies and gents, welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisitions, and look where we are! We found it. There we go, we have a logging stand, and it's really easy to find. If we walk directly down south, oh, down this way, yeah it is, directly south, we'll come to, I say that enough. Yeah, we'll come to the road. It's just on the turn on the road, you head directly north from it. And that was it. While I was wandering around for it, I did come across some more herbs, so I'm going to return to the apothecary soon and make myself some more regenerative potions. But first we head to the Requisitions officer and a Nug. Nugs are like rabbits. And hand in the goods that we need, that she wanted. And then from there, I believe we can continue on a small amount and meet all the players in the Inquisitions group. And we go around here. I believe the requisitions officer is just on the other side of the small wall. There she is. But we don't speak to her. We go to this table here. And we can craft this. Bam. Inquisition weapons. Our soldiers require additional weapons. They have to be effective. So we get 1 power for that. And power is something that affects actions we can take on the war table.
I've never even seen dwarves before. But dwarves don't have mages, so magic likely isn't a big problem.
Hi, dwarf.
Heaven has been filled with silence. I knew then, and crossed my heart with shame.
I'll tell you what I am going to do. I might go get a new helmet actually.
Go in peace, Herald of Ambrose.
Before I continue on. Because this one hasn't got the greatest stats. So, yeah. Let's go get a new helmet. Yeah, the merchant is literally just as you come in through the gates. Ooh, yeah. Again, we don't speak to the merchant, we just got to the table. We could sell oh no, that's buy, sorry. Sell. Sell the ice staff, the Inquisitor's longsword, the Ferreld and the longsword. Next, armor, so we could sell all these. The basic stuff so no one can use it yet. We don't want to sell any of that, or any of these. Let's go to buy. First thing I want to buy. Are you kidding me? Is that better than mine? It is, not by much. Okay, so that's fine. 3 Marches helmet, there we go. 12 to 8, yep. We'll buy that. I could buy this for Cassandra actually, let's have a look. Cassandra. Yeah, we'll get you that, love. Bam. How much money have I got left? Oh, I've got 127. We're good to go. Let's see if they've Sturdy Bianca grip. Nice. Okay, so we could actually, I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll nip and make these upgrades for Varric's crossbow. Oh, actually, first of all, we'll equip ourselves as well. Armour. So the 3 Marches helmet is what I want. Bam. And Inquisition armour is what we're going to give to Cassandra. Bam. And she can also have the Templar helmet. There you go. And so, arming sword we don't want. Bianca's hang on, that said we can make one for Cassandra. 56. Let's just have a look at what damage her weapon does. 64. No, we won't make one for Cassandra then. So we want Bianca's aiming. What do we need for that? Iron, we have 16 now. Onyx, or Summerstone. Ooh. 4 stagger on hit. +4 to attack. I'll tell you what, I might use Onyx. Stagger on hit, that'd be kind of useful. Let's use that. Bam bam. So, Stunning Sights. It's a really funny name for it. So we want a better grip. What can we use for this? Iron, Onyx, or Summerstone. Let's see. Summerstone is... that looks best, honestly. Let's use the Summerstone. Enduring Grip. We can't make Bianca's arms. Crike. We can make half of it. Let's see, can we not make the other half? No, we can't. Okay, so we can't make... yeah, let's just abandon that.
Why are you here with the scouts instead of bobbing around with the nobles anyway?
My uncle died in the conflict.
No, I don't want to talk to you. Again, did not want to talk to you. It's not letting me select the... Defender's Coat, is that actually got... it has. Okay. Yeah, this is one thing we're going to have to make sure we do, is take upgrades off of things as well as put them on. So we need to go to Varric. Bianca. Let's give you Stunning Sights and Enduring Grip. That makes Bianca quite a good weapon. It does +4 to his constitution and +4 to stagger on hit. My apologies. Run away, run away. I could do with a better shield actually. I might have a look for that. Sell the excess equipment I have. Okay. Well, let's see. Shield I was after, wasn't it? Reinforced shield is better than mine. Okay, there we go. Let's buy that. Let's go over here, weapons, and equip the reinforced shield. I'll then presume to sell my Ren shield later, my friend. Okay, now we'll continue on. Now we've upgraded some of our stuff. I wish I could just run through people. Not through them, but like, you know, they'd move.
I'm used to delivering children and helping old men through winter cold.
Delivering kids.
Does it trouble you?
Not anymore. It didn't close the breach.
It stops spreading and it doesn't hurt.
We take our victories where we can. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
No, it's not.
Clearly you have something in mind.
We do. May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Hi, Colin.
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
If you remember in Dragon Age Origins, Cullen was the guy who was taken prisoner when the Circle Mages rebelled, and, well, it was split 2 and 2 basically, wasn't it? When Aldred led the Circle to ruin, basically. And Cullen was the one taken hostage and was asking for drastic measures against the mages, which we turned down.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy arguing over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you the Herald of Andraste, and that frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading.
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I like it. I don't know. It's unnerving. I'd say it's unnerving.
It's a little unsettling.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign. And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat.
They do know it's a threat. They just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse. There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
I'll see what she has to say.
You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Right, so we get our first glance at the war table now. Yep. And you want to go Weldon? Yes, we know all this. So we need to scout the hinterlands. Better let me go down to it.
That's nothing to do with fairness. We simply can't accommodate them if they bring that many servants.
I will speak to the Duchess. She can be reasoned with, after a fashion.
And we have the option of which to send. Well, Liliana's really the only one we can send. Ooh. Nice. I assume that bird has word of their success. And I do believe the priestess there was Mother Giselle. Got all Asian names. Okay, we avoided the fighting as best we could. It's every bit as we'd feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves, and it appears that the Templars here aren't following anyone's orders. We located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her. Okay, well that's all that's important. We're not gonna go there yet. Yeah, we can do some other things in the meantime. For example, these little missions here, like gather coin, we can do that. So up until now, Inquisition forces have had the benefit of the Chantry's deep coffers. Now the Inquisition is forced to seek out its own source of retinue, if it is going to grow further. Trade in and out of Haven is limited at this point, but there are various opportunities to earn coin, provided the Inquisition is willing to focus its efforts on the matter. So, Liliana, what do you suggest? It would be a simple matter to collect secrets and sell them with nothing traceable back to the Inquisition. Bit seedy. Cullen suggests we have soldiers, let them protect caravans and do other honest work for coin. That's also a viable option. Josephine, trading in favours with merchants and the nobility is my speciality. It could earn us a great deal if we're careful. It seems like Josephine is the right one to choose. Also, Vilka, the required time, hers is shorter. It'll take 48 minutes for her, an hour for everyone else. So let's launch that mission. Okie dokie, that's one down. What else have we got here? Escape the Storm Coast, that's another explorer area. The Turn of Highever. Address the nobleman's concerns. Let's see, the Turn of Highever, what's he want? The Turn of Highever wishes to convey our deepest sympathies on the death of Divine Justinia V. The Most Holy was incomparable in her wisdom and dedication to peace, and we had high hopes that her conclave would succeed. We will hold a vigil in Highever in remembrance of Justinia, and currently invite the Inquisition to attend. Sincerely, Turn Fergus Cousland. I know Turn Cousland, and I know Justinia. I can't attend, but I could write to him. Cullen? We have a number of Ferelden officers we could send. Oh, yeah, so we have a number of Ferelden officers. We could send an honour guard to Highever. We'll ask for Liliana to do it. It takes her a bit longer, but
Let's see what we have.
obviously she knows her turn. Okay, so let's see, the nobleman's concerns. Your Inquisition said it's an order against chaos, reason in darkness. If you stand by this, come forth and drive the heretics from my lands. They claim to be refugees, but I have seen elves and apostates among them. Filthy savages, tearing at our roots. Our monarch refuses to send forth armies, and my own knights were decimated. Oh yeah, sorry. There we go. My own knights were decimated at the conclave. I require your aid to return peace to my lands. Prove your loyalty, and I will see you richly rewarded for your faith. Colin suggests we could send a few patrols, but I would prefer they help the refugees, not this Lord Kildarn. Kildarn? Yeah. Kildarn of Ferelden. Okay.
To work?
Yep, I'll let Cullen deal with that. So he's going to send a few men to him, and that's all we can do for now on this table. So let's come away from there. Right, everyone go back to the positions. Alright. Wow, okay, so we're getting a lot of... yes, we know about that. So we'll start from the outside and work our way in, I think. Not that it really makes a difference. I think I know where everyone is anyway.
With passion's breath does the darkness creep. It is the whisper in the night.
Right, so we'll start over this far end. Let's go in the middle of all these sparring troops.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
I believe the mark will help.
I must have this mark for a reason. It will work, I'm sure of it.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new Divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
You understand our situation. I appreciate your opinion.
Look around. Our people are well organized and committed. Despite what the clerics think, we are in the best position to help. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Yeah, I do like Cullen. He's a brilliant guy. We could talk to him again and find out more about him, or we could talk to Cassandra. But it is quite loud around here with all these guys friggin' sparring away. Let's talk to him again, find out a bit more about him.
Was there something you needed?
Are you with anyone? No, good.
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common. How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
How'd you like working with Liliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her. I may not always agree with her methods, but she's more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly. Liliana is just as responsible for its formation.
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our numbers are small, but they suit our needs for the time being. Some Templars have joined us instead of following the Order. They've proven invaluable in training new recruits.
I should let you get back to work.
Not.
You need something.
We're going to carry on questioning him a little bit. Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
Okay. Investigate.
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
If you need insight into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I can.
Why did you join the Order?
I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars at our local chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
13? It's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
Just laughing at these guys in the background fighting away.
What about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course, but there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
Do the Templars do anything besides hunt mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates, or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession, at least.
You've lived in the Circle. What was a typical day for a Templar there?
Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's heralding, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
The Templars and mages never speak to each other.
Some do, but Templars are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, you must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
I bet.
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Do you enjoy your training?
To learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the Chant of Transfiguration wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
So there's some on the bell buckle there, is it? It's really distracting me.
Do Templars take vows? I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages, that sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you'll give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter. Your first draft of Lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Not yet. So we found out about the Templars.
I should get to know you better. We're working together after all.
What would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
Oh, what's this? My esteemed... how to act for Eldon. My esteemed Lady Blair, I'd like to... Okay, I've not...
Up in Ferelden near Holland. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
It's the end from near home, if I...
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
So this is set 10 years after Dragon Age Origins then.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle Tower?
You who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
Well, I already know, so...
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the Chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
tell me about the rebellion.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
I bet.
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order. But Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion. Turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
Varric's from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
I'll let you return to your work.
Another time then.
Right, we won't go in depth with every person. We'll just do one at a time. We'll just have a chat with some others. Oh, I've kind of vanished there for a second.
Ugh.
I think you need practice dummies made of sturdier stuff.
That would be nice.
Like maybe iron.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
You don't think I'm the Herald of Andraste?
I think you were sent to help us. I hope you were. But the Maker's help takes many forms. Sometimes it's difficult to discern who it truly benefits, or how.
What's going to happen now?
Now, we deal with the Chantry's panic over you before they do even more harm. Then we close the breach. We are the only ones who can. After that, we find out who is responsible for this chaos, and we end them. And if there are consequences to be paid for what I have done, I pay them. I only pray the price is not too high.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I? My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
Can't say I'm not grateful to hear that.
I can be harsh, I know. I'm curious. Do you even believe in the Maker?
I believe he exists.
That's comforting. Surely the Maker put us both on this path for a reason. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
I do like Cassandra, but she seems a bit more fatalistic than I'd appreciate. Well, not appreciate, but you know, she is a fatalistic character. Anyway, let's go talk to I think we've got Varric, Solus, Liliana and Josephine to speak to. Like I said, we'll only do quick conversations with them.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
It's not so bad. I'm taking it in stride.
Better than most of us, then. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and Maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
I so prefer you in Dragon Age 2. You're much less gloomy.
I'm still not sure I believe that any of this is really happening.
If this is all just the Maker winding us up, I hope there's a damn good punchline coming. You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky... that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
My Creator, judge me whole. Find me well within your grace. Touch me with fire that
I think Liliana's in one of these tents.
Greetings, Herald of Andraste.
Greetings, loud man.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing? You speak for Andraste, no?
No.
What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
How is this a game?
Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
Then we can only guess at what he wants. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
I do believe that someone will come in now and deliver a message. So we'll give a minute for that. Oh, yep, here he comes.
It's true. Butler has stand on us. I hope my hunch was wrong.
You knew him well?
Not as well as I thought. Show me the reports. There were so many questions surrounding Farria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Farria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
It will be done.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Trust me. Everything I do is to protect our interests. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
You don't distrust her. I mean, she's very severe. Very up for the scrap. Okay, so we've spoken to her. Ooh, Solus is out here somewhere. Where is he? Solus. Where? There it is. It's just a bit. Oh yeah, I've got that thing turned in as well. What am I doing? It's a good thing Solus is down here anyway. Actually, the apothecary, of course. Let's talk to this dude.
You're back. And in one piece.
You said you thought Master Tajan was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
I believe it is lyrium potions. And if we go to Solus, yeah, lyrium potions. I can make you free. Sorry, I tend not to use them really though. Yeah, there we go. So Solus has some lyrium potions because he's a mage, so he needs it. And I have some regeneration potions. Let's talk to Solus.
The chosen of Andraste, a blessed hero sent to save us all.
Am I riding in on a shining steed?
I would have suggested a griffon, but sadly they're extinct. Joke as you will, posturing is necessary. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
I suppose I do. Yeah, I'll just say this.
The giant hole in the sky trumps any other concerns. We can worry about the rest later.
Yes. Who can say what this world will look like when we are done fighting for it? But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
So Solus is scared of being taken away by the sounds of it. Apostate mage is a mage outside the circle, which is illegal. Because they can't be...
You were the sky. When there was no earth, you were the earth. When there was no...
Researcher Minave has notes on alloys that may prove more effective against demons.
Anyway. Yeah, what was I saying? Apostates are mages outside the circle. They're illegal basically because the Chantry and the Templars can't keep their eye on them.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinian's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked his life to slow the magic of the breach. Sir Trevelyan, may I present the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denver, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out onto the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims who mourn her.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faithful?
Because it remains in shock. We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Guy's a strange looking guy, isn't he?
Do the d'Aurelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the d'Aurelions are Orlesian. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
Where did your candle go?
May I ask what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montillier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas' politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
Where has a candle? Oh, is that it? Oh, that's not it. She had a red candle. Well, that is bizarre. Anyway. This table is research table. We give anything we find that could help us understand animals, creatures better. So.
Please tell me if you find something.
Oh, I have no creature room. And she's the one who runs it. I can't be bothered talking to her, to be honest. Right, okay. So I think that's us done here for now. And yeah, we're gonna head to Higher. Is it Higher? No, it's not. It's the hinterlands. That's where we're gonna head. And I'm gonna be really awkward and just go the long way about it, not using the world map.
There was no word for heaven or for earth or sea or sky.
Go down this way. And out this way.
See reason. We cannot say. Why not?
So I'm going to ask people, let me know who you'd like to find more information about out the NPCs next. I'm going to do it one at a time. So yeah, just let me know who you'd like to know more about, and we will get that done. So I am going to end the video here. I'm just going to save it first. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to comment on the video. Tell me what you'd like me to do, who to talk to, whatever. And I will see you next time. So see you then.